Hey, and welcome to this exclusive YouTube live event, How to Launch and Scale Your Perfect Online Business. Thank you all so much for the support and everything that's been coming and flowing over the last few days. I'm super excited about this. If you are watching, guys, comment below, obviously, where you're from and obviously what you're hoping to learn from today. As you can see today, we have Brandon kickstarting this. No, not Brandon, sorry, Benjamin
Ben.
kickstarting the
I'll
show.
put your name wrong then.
How awkward. I apologize.
No worries.
So, obviously, Ben is a great friend of mine. Obviously, we actually got to meet a few weeks ago, which
We
was
did indeed.
incredible. So, Ben is in the affiliate marketing space. He's been building an online business for a few years now, and
4 years
he's definitely
now,
someone
yeah.
I go to for advice. So, I'm super looking forward for today. Mate, how are you?
I'm not very bad, thank you. I'm quite good, really. A bit of rain in the UK, so we're sat in the house now, which isn't a bad thing because you've always got something to do. You've always got something to keep you busy, haven't you?
Yeah.
And like this as well. It's a pleasure to be on it. Thank you for having me on.
No, obviously, mate. When we mapping it out, I was like, who should be on this show? It was like, right, okay, we
That
need Ben.
Jabberbox Ben, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, someone who can talk for an hour. Who can talk for an hour?
Yeah.
Ben can talk for an hour. So the purpose of today, obviously, with your workshop and slight interview, the purpose for what we want to get behind today is like, why the hell do you even start an online business? Like the
Yeah.
stress that comes with it, like the brand new world that you get opened up to, all of these negative things that people could go, oh, I don't know, maybe not. Like, why? Okay, let's start with you. Why did you do it?
Right. Well, the reason that I sort of went to the world online because obviously before I was building an electrical business for 20 years and it was successful. And I don't knock the 9 to 5 job because it is a fantastic way of earning a living and definitely so many people make plenty of money or make a decent career doing so.
Hmm.
But I wanted more. And I wanted not necessarily more money, I wanted more time. And the reason why I went on to look for other opportunities, and obviously you search online, you stick it in Google, I wanted to free up some time. I was working sort of 6 in the morning till 10 at night, and I didn't have any time to do the things that I wanted to do, or I didn't have time to live my life basically. And I was getting stressed, and it got to me a little bit, not so much that I was depressed and down, but I thought, right, I've got to do something about it. So this was my plan: go searching online, and it wasn't just I didn't go right. I'm gonna try that and it'll work. I
Hmm.
don't think it works like that for a lot of people. I've obviously tried crypto, forex trading, Amazon FBA, and then come across affiliate marketing, but started at the bottom of the pack again because I think that's a difficult thing as well. I've got a career, I was well recognised as an electrician in my hometown and had a good reputation. But starting anything from scratch, from completely new, I was bottom of the pecking order. And that's what I found
Hmm.
maybe found difficult at the start because I assumed, right, yeah, I'll start any business and I'll be earning just the same money what I was as an electrician. Yeah, it didn't turn out to be the case.
How did you cope with like because this is one thing I find with a lot of people who start an online business. How did you cope with the mental shift between trading your time for money and then putting your time out there and hoping you get money?
Right, I still think it's quite difficult that I trade for it at the moment
Hmm.
because obviously it's sort of similar to the way I run my electrical business because it didn't really get a wage in effect. It wasn't like I paid myself sort of £500 a week or anything. It was you do a job and the profits out of that job go into a different account. So it sort of accumulated that way. So I was sort of a little bit used to it being not getting paid a weekly wage. But with the same with electrical, with winning any business, I think you can go without getting paid for maybe months sometimes, and that can happen. But it's sort of if you still put the effort in and you still building up your authority in that business, and always related to being an electrician, so I think 'cause obviously that's what I know.
Yeah,
But
of course.
when I didn't have any work and stuff, I still did the advertising. I still caught up with customers and made sure that they're all right. And the same sort of thing you do with an online business, but you've got a whole wide world to deal with an online business. And I think it's a lot easier in a way to maybe find customers for an online business or find customers that relate to you. Because if you're a small company in a small town, There's obviously some people that won't like you, and there's a lot of competition. But online, it's sort of you're open to the whole wide world. So it maybe did a lot. It maybe felt like a lot easier for myself to build a business, build a brand.
Okay, no, that makes sense. As you say, like you've got access to everybody, and that has a massive, massive effect on it. Like there's billions of people on Facebook, for instance, and there's billions of people on different platforms. So yeah, your increased opportunity to make money, like definitely obviously increases. It, as you say, it's about that brand. What was the biggest misconception you had when you came into this world?
I think my biggest misconception, or what maybe 90% of people that enter the online world, is that it's easy, and it's an easier option compared to maybe being an electrician, being a plumber, being a doctor, being a lawyer, being anything. It's still a business. I went into the world of online thinking, yeah, next week I'll just do this, do exactly what that YouTube video said, and I'll be buying that Ferrari next week. Probably naive, proper naive. I think that I went into that. I think a lot of people do, but then it's sort of learning. It's a learning curve. You learn at the end of the day that you can't just sort of, I've got this link to this product that I know nothing about, and I'm going to show people it. Well, what if you learn a little bit about that product? What if you use that product and you build content around that product rather than just saying, hey, check this out? Spamming link phase, I call it, sort of thing. Maybe a lot of people went for it. I did. I know that for a fact. But it's sort of knowing on how to build a brand, and obviously learning. You've got to learning new skills. So this is what I sort of worked upon and still work upon to this day.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier, like you tried different things, didn't you? You tried crypto, forex, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing. Like, so for someone who's going in and literally does the exact same as you, types in how to make money online, and they get bombarded with a million different ways to make money. Like, what would be your advice? Why pick affiliate marketing? What was wrong with Amazon FBA? What was good about Amazon FBA? Crypto, the same question.
Well, the thing is, every single one of their business model works. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just what relates to you. Amazon FBA, I did quite well, but it comes to that stage where the ships were getting stuck in the middle of the ocean where you couldn't get things delivered, and it was getting there late, and it affected your Amazon FBA store. And then with Amazon FBA, someone saw that maybe, I don't know, a phone was doing really well and thought, hang about, I'll do my research on Alibaba, buy 10,000 of them, and basically beat you out of the market. They'll do you a penny less. Everyone says that, let's be nice to everyone online and not cut the prices and do a penny less. People do a penny less. There's always people that come along just to get that buy box on Amazon FBA. And then once you've got the buy box, you steam ahead. So that was a bit of a cutthroat. I couldn't make myself unique enough. My heart wasn't in it. I didn't enjoy it. This is the thing. So I sort of led away from Amazon FBA. And obviously I found Amazon affiliate program, Amazon Associates it was called, and use that. And that's what got me digging into affiliate marketing. But then with Forex, obviously that works as well. So always remember, I was on the way to Birmingham, it's a 45-minute drive, and I made $2,000 on Amazon FBA on this trading app. But then on the way home, I lost it. So that's how quick you can make money and how quick you can lose money. And that was me thinking, hang about, I don't know what I'm doing. I just got excited and I got carried away. So that was when I realized that Forex trading wasn't for me. And with crypto, I think crypto still is an up and coming sort of trade or a trend, and there's so many opportunity with crypto. And I invested with crypto in 2017 when I first looked into it. And to be honest with you, that's doing fantastically well, and that still does well. And I still mess around with a bit of crypto, but just for personally, I don't trade it, I don't long it, I don't short it. But then I think that's a longer term process.
Yeah, because although crypto's been around for what 2013-ish?
2010 Bitcoin first.
2010. Okay, so it's been around for like now 12 years. That is still, for an industry, for a niche, that is still very, very young, isn't it? It's like, especially because
it's versatile, and one day it can be 10 grand, one day it can be 5. People think, hang about, this is a scam. And there's so much stuff out there that is related to it, the scams, I think.
Yeah, so obviously, like with it being obviously like it's still in its infancy, so it's got a long way to go before people can truly judge it.
Trust
But
it,
a lot
yeah.
of people make a lot of money from crypto. One thing I did pick up from Amazon FBA to crypto to forex, was you weren't just looking for money where you were like obviously, which you said you had a good job anyway, but
Hmm.
lifestyle and the way you made it became very crucial early on for
Yeah.
you, which is quite different to a lot of people. A lot of people just need to make money. That's all. They're
Yeah.
so desperate to
I
make
think that's
money.
a bit of a downfall for some people, sort of thing, when they go into when you go to any business or any industry, you just want to make money. That's all you want to do. You want to earn thousands of pounds, and like you saw someone with a landscape gardening company, and like, I'm going to be like them, start a landscape gardening company. It doesn't work like that. You've got to build your brand. You've got to be good at what you do. You've got to build your customer base. And the same with electricians. I know a lot of people follow my footsteps and become an electrician. And they were saying, well, how can you do this? How can you do that? I said, well, I've been in the game for a little while. So I know what I'm doing. I know how to talk to customers, and I've got friends. I've built a customer base. And these sort of things take time. You can't buy them. This is the thing. You can't go on Fiverr and say, right, give me a load of friends. It doesn't work like that. Some people just don't like you. Even though you might be good at what you do, you're not everyone's cup of tea. This is how it works.
No, not at all. And I think that's something people need to be aware of when they come in this game. Like when they come in online, they need to be aware that like you're not going to be able to sell to everybody. Some people are not going to like you. You are going to get some negative comments or feedback.
Yeah,
How do
you think
you cope with it?
you're opening yourself up to the whole wide world. And
Oh yeah,
if you look, I don't know what happened recently, what happened last night. There's people putting memes up there about the Queen of England. Come on, man, that's fucking rude. Like, I
yeah,
don't agree with that. But then there's always people out there that are what I call trolls.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
trolls, aren't they? They troll over the internet. And I've got some abuse before, and the thing is, I just turn it around as when they send me abuse, saying, "Oh, you're a freaking blah so and so." Care about I've affected that person so much that they've gone out of their way to send me a voice message and then go onto their Facebook and block me. Like, I've
Mm.
made an impression on them. I wish I could. I've made friends with some people that sort of troll me, saying, "Hey, you're full of it, rah." I said, "Okay, let's have a conversation." So we have a conversation. He's like, "Okay, I understand where you're coming from now." I said, "Yeah, so maybe the post or the video that I did was a bit niche to get people interested, and it does get people interested, but it also gets people to say, no, you're wrong, rah." Well, then talk to these people, and you can educate them and open their mind up to it. Because I was probably similar. Like obviously back in 2010, when someone said, "Hey, you heard of this Bitcoin?" Like, get lost. I am not buying that. Wish I did. Let's be honest, we all do.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And do you know what? Like, when those hate comments come in, like, what people need to realize with marketing and starting an online business, you have to stand out. And I think this really
Yeah,
starts like early on. You have to stand out. You have to be able to get noticed. Because if you don't get noticed, you are never going to be able to sell anything because no one knows who you
got to be
are.
unique or different to the rest
Yeah,
because
and it's quite hard to be
you're out
unique
there.
now, isn't it?
Well, I think
Because there's
a
so
lot
many
of
people out
people,
there.
yeah, a lot of people when they come onto online, they maybe buy a course or they follow someone and they say, "What I'm going to do exactly what this guy does. I'm going to talk like that guy. I'm going to act like that person. I'm going to have the same background as that person. Use the same apps. Use the same phrases." And it doesn't come across as authentic. Like so many people you can see like they're sitting there going, and then today I am going to, you're like, come on, man, you got to sort of like stutter like myself and just go for it. And
Or call someone by
it,
the wrong name.
exactly, yeah. And sometimes mistakes happen. Don't be ashamed of mistakes happen. And people might go, "You're an idiot, rah." But then three people that say you're an idiot, there'll be another 10 over here. They go, "Yeah, man, fair play to you. I sort of needed that encouragement today, or I'd like to see someone else make a few mistakes because I've made my own." And it makes it realize that mistakes are okay because I can guarantee you learn by them.
Do you know what? Like we say this in football all the time. It's like
Yeah.
when like you learn more from your defeats than you do your wins. So
Hmm.
those mistakes that you make, they stick in your brain and you learn from them a lot more than when you play that amazing 60-yard pass and it lands at his feet and you look dead good. Like
Yeah.
it's exactly the same in any walk of life, don't you? It's like, and this is why if we go back to parenting, when you want to protect your kid as much as you can and let them make no mistakes and they don't get hurt and they don't feel any sort of negative emotion, you're actually hindering them. And
Yeah.
It's just because if they don't make
Gotta
mistakes,
let
they're
them
not
make
going to
mistakes,
learn.
haven't you? Yeah. That's
And
the
if
only
you
way to
revert
learn
that
it, yeah.
straight to your online business, like you are going to make mistakes. You need to remove that fear from making mistakes because they are going to happen. It's what you do from that. Like,
Yeah,
can
it's
you
like
learn
the
from
old
that
sort of
mistake?
saying, how do you know the fire's hot? Stick your hand in it. That's hot. You ain't gonna do it again. So you learn by
Yeah.
that mistake, and next time you come prepared with a bit of water or wear a glove. You sort of you adapt, and you get better and better. And then next time you can say, "Well, I'm not going to touch that fire. I can put it out from over here with a fire extinguisher." You're prepared. That's just a small analogy, I think.
No, and you
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 know,
are right. And what this takes it into is like mistakes in online business. Like obviously, you as you self-proclaimed, you have made a few as you've gone through.
right,
What would you have done differently if you were to go back and do it again, or to go back and tell your younger self, like, listen, you're going to start affiliate marketing, you're going to start an online business. Don't do what?
make a plan. Basically, fail to plan, plan to fail. I went into this as a not a desperately thinking sort of thing, but I went into it thinking, right, I want to build a business and I need to build it today. Like you've
Hmm.
got to start from the bottom sort of thing and learn the skills from the bottom that are gonna help you get to where you want to be. Don't just think, right, I want to be up there. So that's where I'm aiming to go. You got to think, right, if I want to get there, what do I need to learn here? What do I need to learn here? What do I need to learn here? And start at the bottom. Sometimes you might get so far to think, right, okay, I'm good with people. I can speak on camera. So okay, I'll go to the next step. But there'll always be some levels that you struggle with. You're different. Like, how do I find traffic? How do I get people to like me? How do I get people to click on my link or follow me or come to my group? Then you've got to figure out strategies for that. And this is where you do the learning. And once you've got that, you can say, well, okay, now I've got a shed load of friends in my group or following me. How can I monetize that? So then that's the next step. There's always steps to learn. And I do think online as well, it's always changing. There's always little techniques are changing. Like a lot of people used to do webinars. And you say, hey, come to this live webinar. It's not bleeding live, mate. You can see, like, you can every time I click on the email, it starts fresh. So yeah, I think then they're sort of people are noticing a lot more of that as well. I'm thinking I'm not watching that because it leaves a bad taste in your mouth to start with.
Hmm. Okay, so like obviously making a plan, and then when obviously shiny object syndrome comes in,
Yep.
and you've made your plan, it's all on your whiteboard, it's on your piece of paper, and yeah, obviously because people are pitching, I mean, again, as we said, a million different ideas. How
Mhm.
do you know like what to add to your plan, what to take
What to
away from
do,
your
what
plan, how
not
to
to do,
amend?
sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a little process. I've done a video about this before, actually, shiny object syndrome, because I've done it myself. I do it. I still do it now, sort of thing. You get excited and you think, hang about, you see something that's a good bargain. That's gonna solve this problem. So you go ahead and purchase. Even if you get so excited, give it 24 hours and
Hmm.
think about it. Even if there's nothing you can sort of jot down the pros and cons on a whiteboard or on a bit of paper to say, right, is this going to help me on what I'm trying to do at the minute? Or is this going to send me on a different path where I'm going to get another problem? So you want to find out, is this going to help me? Is this going to advance in the stage that I'm at? Because sometimes you can maybe purchase another product or get another sort of course, and you'll just start doing that, and you'll get to the same position, and you'll think, hang
Hmm.
about, like I'm back here again, and you'll go around in circles. I've done it. So you'll go around in circles, you'll buy courses, and then your money will end up dwindling down. But then what I say as well, what I do for myself is when I do well and I get this amount and that amount of capital in a way, I think, right, I'm struggling with this, and I've been struggling with it for maybe 30 days, and I can't find the answer. I've YouTubed it, but then this guy that I found across on YouTube or anywhere on Facebook, he seems to be doing really well at it. Reach out, talk to that person, ask them questions, and if they eventually say, "Well, I've got this course you can buy," then look into it as well. Don't dismiss all these opportunities because you do get pitched left, right, and centre.
Hmm.
Some
Yeah.
of these pitches might actually be valuable to you. And there might be an idea that you can use to advance your career in any sort of business.
Yeah, I like what you've said there about like obviously you get excited about something because obviously sales pages are there to get you excited. They're there to
Exactly.
hit
They've
pain
built the
points, etc.
copy. Yeah.
It's psychological copying. Like you get excited and you want to purchase. Like one thing you said was like hold it for 24 hours. Like one thing I do is like I land on the sales page. Obviously, I locked in, land on the sales page, and I'll just copy the URL and I'll
Yeah.
paste it on my phone on a tab, and it'll just sit there then. And then eventually I'll go through them all. Obviously, after a couple of days, go, oh, right, okay, yeah, no, maybe, yeah, no, keep it there just for now.
Have a little think, maybe do a bit of research on the guy that's selling it, sort of thing, so you know where you're going, what you're going to do. It's just, yeah, do your research would be a good thing. Because I've bought into courses before and then hang about, this guy's a nutter, like, it doesn't work, like, he's got so many bad reviews, and why have I just jumped straight in? So do your research first, have a little look, Google a name. The thing is, you can't hide nothing on Google. If someone's annoyed somebody or said something, everyone's going to talk about it. Like, this is the thing, if you put into someone's name, maybe Ben Poulter or Benjamin Poulter on YouTube, or Benjamin Poulter scam, someone will do a video about it. Hopefully they haven't now, but you never know. Someone will do a video about it, of their bad experience, because people love to tell everyone the bad experience more than they do to tell the good experiences, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. And do you know what, mate? Like, we had an incident in our village literally the other day where basically the road collapsed. But there's like a Facebook. What, sorry?
A sinkhole.
It was like more like a burst pipe underneath, and all the water flooded and then broke the tarmac. So weird. But it was like, going back to obviously in terms of the negativity, like everyone was like ranting and raving on this like village Facebook group, like, oh my god, these trucks are coming through the village and because we've got like just outside of our village, we've got like 2 places that like trucks go in, do whatever. Like Shell is one of them, like takes the petrol away and all that. People are like, oh my god, like these trucks are coming through the village, like they can't be coming through here. It's like, how about actually commend them for finding a solution to the problem? Talk about, oh yeah, okay, the things collapsed, but now they figured out a way to get around and still keep the country moving. But like, no, coming through our village. I was like, oh my god, why do people focus on the negative?
It's a natural thing though, isn't it? Like, if like maybe Johnny Depp, he's done so many films, he's been fantastic. Yeah, we talk about them so much, but as soon as he's in court under pressure from someone else, that's live all over TikTok, all over Facebook, all over the news. Like, it's bad press gets eyeballs. This is the thing.
Yeah. So turn that around. Turn that around to obviously like people who are coming in, and obviously you end up in negative states in your own business, don't you? Like when you're kickstarting something and something's not quite right, your KPIs haven't matched the outcome, anything like that. How do you handle the negative things internally? So you go, oh, that podcast didn't do well, and I thought it was going to blow. That YouTube video didn't do what it needed to. I've not generated 50 leads today. Like, how do you combat the negative internal battle with not hitting goals when you don't hit them?
Right. So when you like say, if you do a YouTube video and you think, yeah, I'm proud of this, it's going to be great, everyone's going to watch it, and they don't, it doesn't go anywhere. No point in thinking, oh, right, okay, it was rubbish. Think why? Why didn't it go anywhere? What did I do? Did the copy not match up to the thumbnail? There's always something. There's like a tick list of the thumbnail, the content, the hook in the beginning of the video. There's so many aspects to it. What's rubbish? What didn't work? What didn't do well? What can I improve next time? And don't go and delete it. There's no point in deleting what you've done already, because that's what you're learning from. And that's what a lot of people want to know. I think Russell Brunson always says, document your journey. It's exactly what the podcast does. I talk all the time about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, and what I think of it, sort of thing. Is it a scam? But then finding out what works and thinking, this does work. So I'm going to do this next time. And then your content or what you're trying to achieve, you'll get closer and closer, because you've always got an end goal. Right, I want to get 50 leads a day. Right, so I'm going to start getting 1. This is what you've got to do. Start getting 1 lead. What's going to attract that person? And you can maybe reach out and say, right, okay, what attracted you to this? And I'm like, oh, because you talked about this, or I related to this. And you can say, right, well, I'm going to talk about that a lot more, or escalate on that a little bit within the next piece of content. So never think about, oh, that content's rubbish, or what I've tried there, it didn't work. Just figure out why it didn't work. Because the only reason you're doing the content is because you're building your business, and you're probably learning from somebody that's already done it. But just like sometimes maybe you might just copied word for word what that guy said. But he put it, maybe said it naturally, he or she, sorry, maybe said it naturally, or maybe got a bit of a background where people can look back and go, right, this is why they said that. They've got experience in it. If you're talking about maybe, I've got a hair product, I haven't got any hair, so it's not going to work for me. I can copy word for word what someone says about, hey, how to curl your hair with Dyson Airwrap. No one's going to listen to me because I haven't got any freaking hair. Like, this is the thing. You've got to think about why it didn't work. Don't worry about it if it doesn't work. Thousands of things don't work in all the inventions that have come out over time. I think 90% of them probably don't work, but they always advance up. A bit like Elon Musk. Do you think Elon Musk cars took off straight away? Not a chance. It's fine-tuned them. It's gotten better. And, well, look at him now. He's putting one on a rocket and said do it to the moon. So it's because he can do this sort of thing. When you know what's working, do it again or make it better. That's the thing.
You said a couple of things there that I thought were quite interesting. So one was like obviously about the copy and paste from some like either a mentor or someone that you've seen online. Oh, that looks really good. Let's copy it and let's paste it. And we've all done it. Like you'll see in like, for instance, the Tony Robbins challenge, they all do the same type of post, don't they, to try and get the viral aspect. Like what, me in 2017, me now.
Yeah, like a good post, sort of a good feel-good post.
Yeah,
good feel-good post is exactly what it is, sort of thing. It'll make you feel good for the first 5 minutes, and later on, after you've read it, after you've been out or something's happened, you're like, I'll push back down to that hole again. So you've got to think about, okay, how am I going to work on this to feel good all the time? This is the thing.
Yeah.
You want to feel good constantly. You don't want to feel good for 5 minutes. You can, sort of thing. That's a great idea, but if you feel good all the time, if you work on yourself, maybe like meditation or your diet or running, exercise, anything that you're going to change in your life to make that problem go away, basically.
So when you were like obviously talking about the copy and paste scenario, like how as a new online business owner, and obviously you don't have that much experience yet, and you haven't found your voice yet, like how do you get away from doing the copy and paste that people won't resonate with to taking the framework and turning it you?
Right. Well, what I started doing from the beginning is obviously you get a course. Maybe you sign up thinking, hang about, I want to learn this. So I'm going to sign up to the course. Watch that training video. Document what it's about. Maybe about mindset or changing your mindset from a 9 to 5 to an online career, and then write down, or maybe even record on your phone. What changes? What does that resonate with you? Because I bet if I watch the video, things that stick out in this video will be different to things that stick out with you in a video. Like, this is what your brain picks up, what your brain's trained to think. I'm like, 9 to 5 or to online. Well, how are you going to change it? The money might be different. Like, there's a lot of different aspects that will stick out to you. So then jot them down, and then maybe talk about it on a podcast or on a YouTube video, and it will come across as authentic as yourself, as your own mind. And from when you've watched that video to what you've put down to what you're talking about will come out as real as yourself, as what you've learned. It might be completely different. It might spark 1,000 ideas in your head to something else that has obviously helped you, like to build a business online or to build anything, or to think about which way you're going to go. Like, a lot of people do videos about how to choose your niche, and sometimes they say, what, go for the money makes online, or the health niche, or the wellness niche, or the crypto niche. But what about if you're not interested in that? Like, this is the thing. Like, you've got to look at things that maybe you're interested in, I think.
Yeah, it goes down to passion versus demand, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So you've got to find a balance between passion and demand. There's no point doing just passion projects, because, like, as I always say, like, if you're passionate about rocks, like, how many affiliate programs are about rocks? So you may struggle. So you've got to find something that you can dive into, you can get excited about, and you can create content around.
You enjoy,
but there is a demand there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes people think that maybe that there's not a demand, it's too saturated. People say it all the time, the affiliate market is too saturated. Well, I can guarantee you there's about 1,000 people that turn around online and say, right, I'm going to try affiliate marketing. And they try affiliate marketing, and they start off by saying, right, I'm going to be affiliate marketer, I'm going to promote this course. But hang on, I'm going to change it. I want to be affiliate marketer for maybe a motorbike company. And then the options you can promote motorbike helmets, clothing, even the bikes themselves, the tracks, and you go into that sort of niche. You narrow it down. You don't have to be an affiliate for a course, because so many people say to you, I bet you get comments yourself, what's the point of buying a course to sell a course? Buying a course, that's the first step, mate. This is the beginning of it. It's the same sort of scenario if why you go to do an apprenticeship as an electrician. What's the point of learning from an electrician to become an electrician? Because you can become an electrician. Obvious. That's how it works. Doctors learn from doctors. And that's what I mean. You narrow it down. And I would guarantee that my electrical business or any plumbing business is not the same. I've got
Yeah,
different tools and different things.
I love that, the fact that like you've gone like, because obviously you do, don't you? Oh, you become an affiliate to sell a course, and well, actually, when you break down affiliate marketing, break down the word, you've got affiliate and marketing, right? Okay, so everyone gets excited by the affiliate word because it's commissions, it's money, etc. How are you going to do it? Marketing. Okay, perfect. So that's second half of the word. Do you know anything about marketing? No. Go and learn.
You kind of got to try
You've
it
got
out.
to buy
You've
a
got to
course
try
to
it out. You've
learn.
got to learn a little bit. But this is the whole reason for these courses. There's loads of key reasons for courses that will say, hey, you've bought an affiliate marketing course. Now you've got to build your brand. This is the course how to build your brand. So there's different courses, so many different courses out there, but it's how you use them. Don't just use them to say, well, I'm going to build my brand to sell this course or that course. Build your brand to help people like myself. I'm building my brand to help people break the change from the 9 to 5, which there's so many different avenues you can go down. And I'm just documenting everything that I do to earn an income, to stop me having to work a 9 to 5, basically.
I love that. So when because you spoke about your brand, obviously break the change from 9 to 5. Why did you focus? Because if you, like people who are looking there go, well, I'm not comfortable on camera and like all these like obstacles that they create inside their own head. Like, why did you choose personal brand over faceless?
Because I'm not bothered about what I look like, I suppose. I know a lot of people can say like I've got a lot of comments on maybe no hair or I stutter or I mumble. I've mumbled all my life. It's just what I do. I'm trying to get better in speaking the word of language of English, but
Speaking
I'm
properly.
getting whatever. See, it didn't come out right, but it's just me. It's natural. But the thing is, you can do it. There is an option there with blogging. Even a faceless YouTube channel, there's thousands of them that are doing fantastically well. Or well, there's obviously podcasts as well. You don't have to show your face on there. You don't have to be personal. You could make a persona sort of someone. You don't have to call yourself Benjamin Poulter. You can call yourself, I don't know, give me an example. BP or anything. You can call yourself or the affiliate marketer or anything like a baby boomer is one guy that I know. Baby boomer affiliate marketer. You can brand yourself as something else because a lot of people, I think, the reason why people do that because they're worried about what other people say. And I was definitely at the time as well. I got it when I was doing Amazon FBA. I walked into the pub and people say, "Oh, Ben, you're still selling that stuff on Amazon?" But yeah, like
I got that when I
I
started.
pulled up in this motor, mate. That's probably why. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to. You don't want to go out there and say, oh, "I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm doing something different to you." That's all. I'm doing something.
And people
different.
can't handle it, can they? Like people really like. I remember like because I got that because I started high ticket clothes and that was my first thing, online. And like obviously I was putting content about obviously like closing high ticket deals, how to sell, and all these things that I've just learned from a course. And yeah, oh my god, I'd go to football and I'd be getting ripped left, right, and centre. Thankfully, I was a centre back, so I got to nail them. But like obviously, and that's just stuff like that stopped me posting for over a month. Stopped me creating content because I was like, because it was just so brand new. It was like, why are all these people hating on me? I was like, I'm trying to do better for myself. I was like, what's the issue here?
People liked it, like they say. I think one of our common friends, Ian, said it's like you're in a bucket full of crabs. You're trying to climb out, and these people are trying to pull you out because they want to be up there, but they don't want you to be up there. They just try to pull you back because you're trying to do something different, and different confuses people. What you don't understand, you're scared of. It's exactly how it is. If you don't know how to do something, you're like, whoa, stay the hell away. Like, I don't know how to fix that. Like,
yeah, like even in work, I was getting like, I'd walk into the room, but oh, here comes Warren Buffett. I was like, I'm doing closing, not stocks.
I get called Tony Robbins all the time. I sit at a barbecue and someone says, "Oh, I can't do this, can't do that." I said, "How about I'll obviously have a few drinks at a barbecue? How about turning that cart into a can? Right. Oh, here goes Tony Robbins. Like, not just Tony Robbins. Like, there's loads of people that are quite positive. Maybe give it a go." And I always say, like, come on, man, it's worked for Tony Robbins. Why can't it work for you? Because trust me, he owns an island. So whatever comes out of his mouth is quite inspirational and good. So maybe give it a go. What are you scared of? Trying something different.
Scared of trying and failing.
Scared of trying, yeah, definitely, because it's the failing, and when people take the mick out of you, or that, because, like I say again, if you're doing successful, say you've got a building company and it's building houses, building estates, people won't batter an eyelid. But when you build half an estate and it ends up being derelict, there'll be some news reporter take photos and put it all over the news. This is the way the world works. This is what it is, and you've got to sort of get rid of that. So think about, like, no one cares. Like, no one cares about what they're doing over there. What am I doing here? What am I doing? What is my plan? I might not earn a wage for the next 2 years, because they do say when you start a business, you don't really put a wage, which is not really the case online, I don't think. Sort of thing.
Your overheads are a lot less, aren't they? Which makes it so
Yeah,
much easier to
definitely.
pull a wage quicker.
You can learn, sort of. You quicker there's something ways you can monetize your sort of brand or your business online. But then they say you're not going to earn a wage, so you be prepared for that. Just put into the back of your mind, have a bit of back burner. I did the same thing. I sold a house thinking, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going all in. And plus the tenant was a nightmare. So I sold that house. I thought, right, I've got this now, and I'm just going to concentrate on building a business online. Well, I didn't really touch that money. I sort of played for that money to make more money. And that's another thing that I document on my sort of podcast, is how I've done that. Like, how you learn, you find out opportunities. And sometimes, rather than thinking, nah, that's not going to work, give it a go. Give it a go with like $10 or $20 and think, well, this works. And then it can escalate. And a couple of years' time, you'll think, thank God I did that 2 years ago. It worked out well.
Oh, 100%. I like how you've gone, well, in 2 years' time. Like, yes, we can have success in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. We told you people are looking for that instant gratification. But what you need to remember when you start is you are actually building a business. Now, not just some like quick make money online scheme. You're actually building a business. A business is actually for life. It's long term, and you need to operate long term mindset from day one. It's not, oh, I didn't make money on day 2. I'm quitting. This is a scam. No matter what business you create online or offline, if you tried to, again, if someone tried to look at Ben and go, I'm going to start an electric company, and didn't make money in 3 days, they wouldn't call it a scam. They'd be like, oh, well, it's just a business. It takes time. Moving online makes it no different. It's exactly the same. You have to think long term.
I think people got to realise that.
Yeah, and you have to go for it.
Think it as though it's, say you want to be a doctor. I don't know how long it takes to be a doctor because I haven't been one. But okay, so we use an example as an electrician. Then it takes you 5 years or 4 years to become an electrician, an apprentice electrician. You do an apprenticeship for 4 years, and then you're qualified. You've got a bit of paper saying you can do it, and then you've got to build your own business, which it could take another 4 years really to build up that business to get to a decent position where maybe you're earning 60 grand a year. But that 60 grand a year, you've got to keep the pressure on. You've got to keep going. You've got to keep building your customer base. You've got to keep quoting for jobs. You still got to do invoicing. There's so much work to do to keep that business running. But online, just an example with a YouTube channel, you could do a YouTube channel about something people are interested in. Let's say even bows in your hair. If you don't know Jojo Bow from America, well, there's another young girl that I watched the other day. She was 12-year-old on YouTube. She's built a fashion business. She's 12.
Wow.
This is the thing about online. There's no entry level for age. Like they say in the UK, you've got to be 16 to start a job. You've got to have a license maybe when you're 17. Online, someone could sit in their bedroom and build a business from scratch. And that will take, well, it can take a lot less time. I know people that are earning sort of $100,000 every quarter, sort of every 3 months, to where a doctor has trained for maybe, I don't know, how long they train for, 5 or 6 years to become that doctor.
Do you know what though? It's not just 5 or 6 years, is it? If you think about it, you start school at 4, and that is prepping you to get a job. Literally,
it is indeed.
So, like it's not just like everyone only ever thinks college onwards. Oh, I had to go to college to do this, but no, actually, you have to go to school first. So you're actually from 4 to 24 by the time you finish uni, potentially, or masters or degrees. That's 20 years it took you just to have the opportunity to apply for a job.
Yeah.
And people call online a scam. About it. When you actually think about it, as you say, because people can bypass that 10 years old, 7 years old, 12 years old, and can actually have 100K, 200K a year business at 12 years old. Yet to become a doctor, which saves lives. And obviously, I'm not saying, like, if you want to become a doctor, go be a doctor. But obviously, because I'm going to need someone to fix me when I'm old. But 20 years minimum of education just to have the opportunity to apply for a job. Imagine if we said that, it's going to take you 3 months just to have the opportunity to make money online. Scam.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes 20 years to become a doctor, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, if you turn up to maybe you're 18 and you turn up to this new girlfriend's house and the dad says to you, so what do you do for a living? And if you turn around and say to him, well, I'm a doctor, he's going to go, oh, lovely, yep, you can marry my daughter. But if you turn around and go, I'm a YouTuber, and they could be earning twice as much as a doctor, but it will still frown upon you. It's a weird scenario where it's frowned upon still. Because at the end of the day, the only reason we go to work, or I don't know, maybe doctors, they've got something inside them that want to help people. Because you see it all the time. All these people that go out to foreign countries, they work for free. Like they give aid to help these people in different countries, which is fantastic. But the only reason that we actually do a lot of the things or build a brand is to sustain our living in a way. This is we want, and we have to exchange that with money. It costs money to do that. Like back in the day, if we could do a video for someone and get paid in carrots, fine. I'll have some carrots, but then I'll swap you the video for it. I think that's a better scenario. But in the exchange of sort of value in today's society is money, and we look at money as all valuable. We need as much as we can. We're going to get it. Yeah, it's just a tool. At the end of the day, it's a tool we use because all we want the money for is to buy that nice car, or to go on that nice holiday, or to basically exchange for food to feed our family.
Yeah, and you're right. Obviously, like it's the value of no matter what happens, like our physical bodies need money because that's the system that they've created.
Yeah.
So if we need food, yeah, you can go and try and grow your food and wait 10 weeks, or you can get some money, go to the shop with someone who's already done it and buy the food. Like you want those holidays, you want those nice cars. So we're stuck in a place. No matter how much people either hate money or got a negative view on money, it's like you need it. You need it, and you can't get away from it.
In the world that we use, it's how it works.
Yeah, 100%. So it's a case of like, obviously, you need it 9 times out of 10, as horrible as it is, especially in today's economy. Your job still doesn't give you enough. No matter whether you get a 2% pay rise, a 5% pay rise, you are still not getting enough money compared to inflation, energy costs, and all that crap.
Exactly, especially in today's day and age.
Oh yeah, so you need to go and do something else in order to just survive.
Well, it's sort of survival of the fittest, isn't it? Like I know, a lot of people, they don't just have one sort of job. They maybe have a couple of jobs where, I run this garage and sell cars. But the thing what makes me money is I've got properties that I rent out or I invest. Something like that. It's having multiple streams of income is a massive asset. And I didn't really look into that until I was 30, 35, 36, thinking, hang about, because then if this fails, then I've got this to back up. Or if this goes well, and then it's going to cover the cost of what I've put inside of this. It's sort of the exchange of money, and it's a cash flow thing. And I think there is someone that's going to come on and talk about cash flow as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't talk about cash flow and assets, etc. Although we are talking about making money online. So no, you are right. In terms of it's cash flow, multiple streams of income, and starting at the start, which is obviously what like today is, step by step to build an online business. It's getting that first piece of cash flow. Now, you have obviously gone on the personal brand route. You've gone that route, which is great, which has led to the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Why do a podcast? I know I've got one, but you answer it. Why do you do a podcast?
I like talking.
No.
Yeah, you do realise. Because sometimes if you've got to set your video up, there's a lot of work involved in editing, I think, with the video and your SEO and things like that. So the reason why I started a podcast is just a way to document what I'm doing. So people can sort of go back and listen and say, right, where did this guy start? What did he actually do? Like, hang about, like, how hard was it? I can guarantee you there's going to be struggles somewhere along the line. There's going to be a podcast about it where I've struggled with it, and I'll talk about it. Like maybe what was that one that was good the other day? Outside influences, where like we just talked about it. You're starting a business, you're doing something different, but everyone on the outside is saying rubbish. Don't do it. Go back to being an electrician. Don't do that. Do what you know. Like, do what you used to. Don't try and change. Don't reinvent the sort of idea of making money. Well, yeah, because thousands of people do invent the idea. Let's be honest, if we didn't get it reinvented, we wouldn't have Netflix. We would still be going to the shop, buying a DVD or renting a DVD. This is how things work. Uber Uber's done fantastically well. Guarantee you, it's 10 times easier getting an Uber than it is a taxi.
Yeah.
And these are the things that things evolve. So I wanted to evolve with it. And the only reason that the way that I wanted to document things was on a podcast. I did start off with doing YouTube and doing some videos on there, but I found that a bit more harder. So it didn't relate to me as well as what I do, sitting in front of a mic and jabbering away. That's my reason for podcasts. And I'm a bit of an outdoor person. I like going out. I like trying things. Or doing different things. Like at the minute, I think it's quite a big trend going on about side hustles, because people want to know a side hustle so they can pay their electricity bill in October in the UK, because that's going up. They need a bit more money. So I've been trying some side hustles to make a bit of extra money, and then documenting on how I'm doing it, what I'm doing, and giving it an idea for someone else to give it a go. Because I think it's easy to make a little bit more money on the side. And to be honest with you, it's fun. Sometimes it's fun. Well, the way that I did it was fun. Was with motorbikes, because I like motorbikes. Like, this is the thing. I get carried away, and I like messing around with them, I like washing them, playing with them, and stuff like that. But then there's so many. There's another guy that I've met. He flips phones. How many people do you know that just upgrade their phone every year? Because they want the best phone, the newest phone. iPhone 14 is coming out. So many people are going to be upgrading their phone. I'm a sucker for that as well. I've got myself a phone, an iPhone 10 sitting in there. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't use it. It's just that I wanted a better camera, so I went and got this other one. And if someone said to me, "I'll give you 50 quid for that," I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, take it," because it'll sit there for years. I don't know why I keep it. I should give it to one of the kids to sell. But in the back of my mind, I think there's got photos on there. I don't know.
The fact that you can move everything across is irrelevant. But yeah, there's some photos in there.
Yeah, exactly. But then the thing is, what this guy does, he buys the phones for £50, what people like myself will sell, and he'll clean them up. Maybe he'll advertise them. He'll sell it with a case or sell it with a screen protector, and he's making a business out of it. He makes a fortune. So there's so many different ways what you can make money. It's just doing your research and finding out what way's best for you, or what way you can do, what way you could enjoy, basically.
No, that's obviously, yeah, as you say, so podcasting was to document your journey. Would you recommend other people to start a podcast? Why would you say podcasts is still a way to generate leads and build a brand?
Well, I think personally as well, why I started my podcast, I think I started it 4 years ago now. And it is getting bigger. Not just personally my podcast, but podcasting. Oprah Winfrey's got a podcast. There's so many footballers that have got a podcast now that a lot of my friends listen to.
I've seen that. I was like, what? I was like, where the hell did this come from?
I've
seen like Gary Neville and Ben Foster. I was like,
because it's not all shiny like David Beckham. Maybe we've got all this, we've got all that. They've got a life and how they've got to where they've worked hard to get to where they are. And I can guarantee that there's been some up and downs. So they'll talk about it. And they're letting people know that maybe having a football career, it's not as all shiny what it makes out to be. Like you've got to train hard. You've got to train in that rain. You've got to do this. You've got to work out how to monetize it, or like money sort of thing. And you've got a manager that will probably take half your cut. Like what happened to Britney Spears? So there's so many people that have got podcasts these days that get their voice out there, that help people that have maybe been in the same situation as you. And people listen to podcasts. Because I can guarantee you, well, my girlfriend listens to podcasts most nights while she's cooking the dinner or doing something else. So, and I listen to podcasts while I'm walking the dog. I even listen to
or while she's talking.
Yeah, basically, right. But then even work on long car journeys. I hardly listen to the radio anymore. Or music. I don't listen to a lot of music anymore. I listen to a podcast. Because then it gets your mind ticking over and different things. Like maybe you feel a bit down one day. Listen to a Jay Shetty. It'll do some meditation with you, and it will just help you. So I think podcasts get more and more popular, and I enjoy doing it as well. As long as you enjoy doing it and your experiences, what you do in life, if you talk about them, you'll get, I don't know, just maybe 2 or 3 people to start with that will relate to that experience as well. Because then later on, that experience, someone might listen to it and go, yeah, I know this guy that felt like this. This is what he did. He's got a podcast. So they'll share that, and it will sort of grow and form that way. And at the end of the day, you're helping people as well get over things, or get over like scenarios in life, or even in business, what someone else is dealing with, or problems that other people are dealing with.
I like that. And obviously, when it comes to when you relate that back to online businesses and how the relevance is to podcasts to an online business, it's Russell, isn't it? It's Russell Brunson who says if you publish every single day for a year, you will never struggle to make money again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like that's like the more you've published and the more you've grown that podcast, do you feel like money has definitely become easier to you because of that?
Yeah, because with my brand or sort of thing, I obviously start out and you're in affiliate marketing, and then there's a route you go down. That when I first started, it was great. Everyone was affiliate marketing. They were building a podcast, building a YouTube channel. There were a lot of people were blogging, but then people started going, this is not working, so I'm going to become a coach. And so many people become a coach from the offset with no experience. They put on their profiles how to earn 10K a month. Well, how long have you been doing it? 6 months. How much did you earn? Nothing. You're like, well, hang on, you can't do that. It's just, it's fraud. Yeah, but my mentor does. Well, your mentor can do it, and it's difficult. Like, it's a difficult scenario because at the end of the day, you can't prove. Like, if someone says, oh, I've got this Lamborghini, you can't prove that's not their Lamborghini. And it's difficult, but you do want to sort of look into why they're doing that and how long they've been into it. So that my sort of way of doing the affiliate marketing incorporated in the podcast is I might talk about a product that I've used and then recommend it to someone else, because if it helped me, it can help someone else. And it's down to them whether they want to look at the landing page or go into my group or check out this other video or anything like that. It's down to them. I'm not sort of pressurizing anyone to do that.
No, makes sense. And as you say, there's a direct correlation between the amount you publish to the amount you earn eventually. And as you say, it's a long-term strategy, which I absolutely love. Now, we are coming to the end of the hour. So obviously, thank you so much for providing so much value. But I do have someone in 8 minutes. So you've mentioned your podcast a few times, and obviously that is where you want people to go and get to know you more. So tell me, what is a podcast, and obviously where can you find it?
My podcast, you can find it if you go to breakthechains.co.uk/listen, or to breakthechains.co.uk/listen. And obviously, if you go to my Facebook page, you can find it through that way. And then it's on all the major podcasting platforms like iTunes, Outcast, Spotify. Maybe iTunes and Spotify are probably the main ones that they're on, so you can listen to it on there and listen to me jab on a lot more, to be honest.
There is a link, guys, in the YouTube description below. It will be the first link, so if you do want to go ahead and obviously go and sign up to listen to the podcast, 100% go do it. It's a great podcast, guys. If you want to know more about Ben, again, go and hit that podcast and he'll direct you anywhere else. So, Ben, thank you so much for today, mate. I've greatly appreciated it. And everyone who's tuned in throughout the long hour and obviously catching the replay, obviously hang around to the next episode. The next episode is literally about to start in 5 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed it. Can't wait for the next one, and I will see you guys soon.
Cheers.